Settle down, everyone, barked Instructor Vakana, her obsidian-scaled hands clapping together with a sharp crack that echoed through the observation chamber. Her four glowing pupils blinked in sync as she stared down the diverse assembly of alien students seated in a tiered semicircle. It's time we continued our studies on Terra. The room collectively groaned. A pair of Nivari twins coiled their gelatinous forms in boredom. A violet-hued Rellan female hissed, her tail flicking in irritation. Vakana suppressed a sigh. The youth of the Galactic Accord were rarely eager to study primitive planets, especially that one. Once, teaching had brought her joy. But after centuries of instructing sentient species with neural speeds far surpassing humans, the idea of lingering on a death world like Terra felt outdated. Still, the Galactic Council had declared human studies mandatory, not out of respect, but out of concern. When humanity first made contact with the stars, they had captivated the galaxy. Tall, bipedal, expressive, and fearsomely adaptive, humans were unlike any species encountered before. While other races engineered themselves away from their primal roots, humans seemed to embrace theirs. "They're just exaggerated simians," scoffed a young Varnax male, balancing his hover slate on one horned knee. "Born in vats. No real culture." "Nonsense," chirped a Florixie girl beside him, her antennae curling. "They've got navels. Vat-birthed species don't have navels." "This isn't about how humans are made." Vakana snapped, her jaw clenching. "It's about their world, and why it has earned the official classification of a death class system." Another collective groan. "You're all future diplomats and off-world specialists. If you intend to set foot on Terra, you must understand the risks. And I'm not just speaking of climate or terrain." Vakana continued, her deep red fronds trembling slightly as she activated the holodisplay. Images flickered to life. Dense jungles, violent storms, volcanic wastelands, creatures with teeth like razors and eyes like hellfire. Terra, called Earth by its natives, is host to some of the most aggressive fauna and unpredictable ecosystems in the galaxy. Unlike Accord planets, they do not regulate their climate globally. Temperatures range from -40 to over 50 degrees Celsius. Some humans live in these extremes. "By choice?" gasped a wide-eyed Coralline. "Worse," Vakana replied. "For fun?" Snickers rippled through the room until Vakana brought up the next image. Two bloodied humans locked in a netted ring, fists raised. "They fight for sport," she said flatly. Now the laughter stopped. "Their combat arenas are televised, celebrated. Even children are trained in hand-to-hand warfare by adolescents. And while most Accord species avoid physical exertion for health reasons, humans treat physical adversity like a religion." "But why?" asked a cautious young Rocky girl from the back. "Because their planet demands it," Vakana said. "Earth is a place where the weak die. It's not just an old saying. It's observable fact. Their wildlife includes predators like lions, tigers, wolves, bears. And no, they are not in cages. They roam free." The class recoiled as an image of a grizzly bear appeared. Another slide, a pride of lions. Another, a sleek black wolf pack under moonlight. Humans live among these creatures, and if a bear kills a human, they do not wage war on all bears. They remove that one and leave the others be. "That's insane," whispered a stunned student. "They consider it fair." Vakana let that word hang in the air like a blade. "To them, the wild is a partner, a test. They do not conquer nature, they survive beside it." A few students looked queasy. One raised a tentacled hand timidly. "Is it true? They're trying to bring back their ancient predators?" Vakana nodded grimly. "Yes. The Terran governments, in partnership with curious Accord species, are attempting to revive extinct apex beasts. They've already succeeded with the Tasmanian tiger. The next targets may include creatures that once ruled their world. Colossal reptiles, some larger than StarCraft." "Why?" cried a Rellan male, nearly leaping from his seat. "Why invite death back?" Vakana smiled, oddly fond. Because humans do not seek safety. They seek challenge. And perhaps unconsciously, they know their strength comes from struggle, from danger. Silence fell. You want to know why Earth is a death world? Vakana asked. It is not merely its gravity, or its storms, or even its beasts. It is the mindset of its people. They are predators who choose to live beside other predators, who forge alliances instead of exterminating threats, who adapt faster than we can predict. She leaned forward, voice lowering. And they are watching us. The holoscreen dimmed. The class sat, wide-eyed and humbled. That is all for today, Vakana said softly. Dismissed. One by one, the students filed out, murmuring amongst themselves. Vakana remained behind, shutting down the holo display and walking toward the gravity lift. She floated down to her personal deck aboard the Accord's Earth orbital station, past shimmering views of the blue-green planet below. She keyed open her quarters and stepped inside. A human, tall, broad-shouldered, and grinning, turned from the stove. There's my favorite space professor, he said, wiping his hands on a towel. Dinner's ready. Vakana's fronds rippled in pleasure as she shut the door behind her. You'll never believe what I taught today. Oh yeah? He said, chuckling as he poured her a glass of water. What's that? She took the glass, her smile bearing just a hint of fang. Just how terrifying your species truly is.